Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a pretty controversial topic, and I want to rant about it because I feel like the K-pop community, or to be precise, some people in this community, are going way too far. I don't think I have to introduce the idol I am talking about today, because, as you saw in the title, we are going to chat about Jennie Kim of Blackpink and the scandals she has been facing recently, especially the ones that happened this year. Now, I know it's just June. And Jennie is not new to facing scandals, but 2023 has been rough for her. I feel like with the rise of TikTok, the K-pop community became way more toxic. Every mistake an idol makes can be recorded and posted on TikTok, and, in hours, it can get millions of views and comments by entitled people spitting hate. But let's start with the first scandal. Blackpink, and Jennie in general, have been always called lazy and entitled. These accusations got louder and louder since the Born Pink tour started. Now, if you saw my previous unpopular opinions video, you know that I agree with the opinion that Jennie is very inconsistent when it comes to stage presence, and, for that reason, I understand why people call her lazy. One day she devours the stage and the next day she looks like she just want to go home, but people are going way too far right now. These days, people have been criticizing Jennie for her behavior during the recent Blackpink concert in Melbourne. If you don't know what happened, basically Jennie left the stage during the concert while the girls were performing Lovesick Girls. Also, before leaving, she looked really tired and she was not performing and dancing well. Of course, people recorded all this happening and it went viral on TikTok and Twitter, and people started to criticize her for not respecting the fans that paid to be there, and called her lazy. Now, I think that people are completely crazy for hating her in this situation, because Jennie was clearly sick. You can see her performing with an IV. She was probably ill before, but she decided to try to perform anyway, and she realized she couldn't keep up mid-performance and decided to leave the stage. Sane people would understand that, but I saw so much hate online. I am not delusional, and, even though I think that generally a lot of people love to shit on Blackpink regardless, I understand some of the heat the girls received about their tour. I think we all saw the hundreds of videos of the tour on the internet, and there were a lot of disappointing performances, especially in their first concerts. But you have to realize they are humans, and by that, I mean that when they started the tour, they just come back from a 2 years hiatus, so they probably needed time to get used to performing again. As of their latest performances, they have been touring for months no-stop, not counting their solo promotions and projects. Can you even realize how stressful and tiring this lifestyle can be? Especially after doing it non-stop for almost a year. Yes, I know it's their job, but that doesn't mean they are immune to stress. You don't realize how much work there's behind a K-pop group, and that's okay, but, before judging them, try to remember they are not robots. I think we all know that around a month ago, Jennie and V were recorded holding hands in Paris. Now, there's a lot of confusion and speculation about this scandal, and a lot of people were saying that they were cosplayers or something like that. If you ask me, I do believe that the photos are true, but that's not the point. I never understood the obsession of K-pop stans about their fave dating someone. And I think that all the dating bans that the agencies enforce on their idols make the perception of idols dating even worse. It gives it an importance that it shouldn't have. I say that because I don't see this obsession with Western artists, and I think that the reason was that it was always normalized, and Western labels don't put so much stress on dating, so the fans don't care as much. Going back to this scandal, I was surprised because I saw a lot of maturity in the fandom. I came across a couple of bad comments and was told that ARMYs were being hateful, but since I don't interact with a lot of BTS-related content and spaces, I cannot tell if it's true, so let me know in the comments. For the people that don't know, The Idol is an American TV show created by Sam Levinson, Abel the Weeknd Tesfaye, and Reza Fahim. Jennie is part of the cast and plays a side character in the show, Diane. Now, there was a lot of controversy even before the show was released. Allegedly, while the show was being recorded, the original director was fired and she was substituted by another director that changed completely the topic of the show, making it way more explicit and completely ignoring the initial focus of the show of highlighting misogyny in the entertainment industry. So far, we're just 2 episodes in, and the general public did not receive the show well. A lot of people found the whole story vulgar and the acting cringy. The show received a lot of criticism and the cast faced a lot of backlash, and Jennie was not the exception, even though she doesn't have a lot of screen time in the first episodes that were released. Some people were blaming Jennie for some moves she did during the dance rehearsal scene in the first episode, which they found inappropriate since a lot of blinks were watching the show just because of her, and we know that a lot of them are young. Also, as I said before, both the plot and the dialogues are very explicit, so a lot of people came across an image of Jennie they were not used to. Many K-pop stans don't realize that K-pop, as an industry, is very sugar-coated and fake, and it's meant to be child-friendly. Idols are forced to act a certain way on many public occasions, and they are the first people that are aware that are under the spotlight 24/7, and that one bad move could be the reason for the end of their careers. Now, going back to the initial point, I think this is so stupid because the show itself is 18 plus, so if your 12 years old daughter is watching a show like this in the first place, it's your problem, not Jennie's. She's an adult and she doesn't have the duty of educating your child. Get a grip. I titled this video, "The It Girl Curse," because I noticed that a ton of scandals and rumors come with this title. Jennie is the perfect example of this phenomenon. Another perfect example could be Won Young. We all know the amount of hate she receives daily on the internet. Okay, let me know what you think about this topic in the comments. I am really curious to read your opinions. I remind you to subscribe and leave a like. I am a small channel and every kind of support is very appreciated. Bye bye besties.